On this week's episode, more and more delays. Enjoy the show.
How is everybody out? Oh wow, that was bad. How is everybody doing out there? Oh, you gonna put a thumbs down? Okay.
Thumbs
I
down.
see it. Okay, I see how it is. Welcome to episode 93 of One Up Me, where we talk all things video games. My name is Ryan Smith, and I am joined as always every single week by my co-host Jordan Sims.
What's up, everyone? How you doing?
I am hungry. I'm always hungry. I swear.
I'm a little thirsty.
You look thirsty? Why don't you go get some water?
It's fine. It's so far away.
You're too lazy to go get water.
Yeah, it's a long way away, man.
Wow, that's a new low.
It really is.
That's lazy by my standards.
Yep.
Even I went to get a Mountain Dew before I couldn't open it, but even I went to get a Mountain Dew before the episode started.
Hey, you opened this one by yourself. That's a good thing. Proud of you.
Man, I'm too strong.
I know.
Sometimes I act like I'm weak, like, oh man, I can't open up a jar of mayonnaise, but when I want to lift up a car off a human body to save their life, I can just turn it on like that. I'm like the Hulk. I'm always mad. I just don't want to use that anger on a bottle of Mountain Dew.
Yeah, that's
Except
understandable.
when I get really mad, then I open it, like I did today.
Yeah, there you go. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I needed that validation in my life.
I'm glad. Somebody's got to give it to you.
Thank you. What have you been playing this week? I see the Mystery Dungeon, I want to say trailer, demo came out. I see you actually, I kind of forgot about it, and then I heard you were playing it, so I picked it up.
Mm-hmm. I did complete Mystery Rescue Pokemon Team.
Oh, you completed it. Okay.
Yeah. And it is awesome. It is really, really enjoyable and fun.
I really love the art. It's almost looks like, it's very painterly, would be a good way to describe it.
It was very nostalgic, and it gave me lots of butterflies. And
lots of Butterfrees.
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
And it stopped at the part where I was like, all right, let's do this. And it was like, demo over.
Yeah.
And I was like,
that makes sense. That's what they got you.
But you can still go. It doesn't just end. You can still go back in the town and explore and continue to do stuff because, unlike other demos, this save file will actually transfer to when you buy the game.
What Pokemon and nature did you get?
I got, what's the word in for it? Not daring.
Outgoing?
Yeah,
maybe?
Thank you. Yeah, outgoing, and it was Cyndaquil.
What Pokemon did you actually get? Because I heard through the grapevines.
Pikachu.
Yeah. Oh, you got Pikachu.
Yeah.
That's not the worst.
No.
A little basic, but
yeah, I was just like, I don't want that. They're like, you can pick your own Pokemon. I'm like, thank goodness.
I did kind of like that you can redo the test, because if you don't know, when you start this game, I don't know if this was in the original, because the original's 15 or 20 years old by now, but you do a test to decide what nature you get and what Pokemon you get. I got some, excuse me.
Bet you got Meowth.
Take a little nipply. No, I got a timid Cyndaquil.
Ooh.
And some of these questions I thought were obvious, like right and wrong. One of them was, if you decide to go
Bungee
jumping, but it said before you start, you decide to tie a doll to the end of the rope or cord or whatever and throw it off the bridge, and it snaps. And then it asks, do you still do it? No! If this, I guess, like 3-ounce doll or whatever snapped the bungee cord, and I'm a 150+ pound person. No, I'm not jumping. Are you out of your mind? And then one of them was, I think it was, if a human hand shot out of the toilet, would you run?
We did not
I would
have
haul ass. Like, I would beat Usain Bolt. What do you mean would I run?
We did not have the same questions at all.
Yeah, I've heard that there are different questions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was a little bummed out that I got Pikachu.
I wanted to get Trico because Trico's my boy, but I still love Cyndaquil.
Yeah. So I picked that one, and I picked Eevee as my partner.
I picked Trico.
Nice.
Did they evolve? I don't remember.
I can't remember either.
I'm super actually excited to jump into this demo, and hopefully I'll love it like you did and end up buying the game. Do we know how much it is?
60.
60. Okay,
Yeah.
I mean that makes sense. Nintendo's not charging any less than 60 for
No.
a first party title,
No.
especially not a Pokemon title.
Yeah, isn't that the
But
truth?
Hopefully it'll be worth it.
I think it'll be
I'm
worth
really
it.
excited, and hopefully if this sells well, they can make more.
Yeah.
Not just remake more, but actually make proper sequels.
I would be 100% okay with that. Either a remake of Explorers of the Sky or a new one altogether.
What's that meme? Why not both?
Exactly. That would be phenomenal. I would love to see, I spoke it into existence. I used my powers for good.
Yeah.
I got us a mystery dungeon for Switch.
When was the last mystery? It was 2014, 2015, or?
It was on 3DS, I think.
Yeah, I knew it was on 3DS, but I wasn't sure. Weren't they all on DS though? No. The
Nope.
first one was on Game Boy Advanced. Mm-hmm. And then the rest after that were on the DS line of handhelds.
Yeah, that's what this one, Mystery Red and Blue.
That was the first. This is the first one they ever made, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember when these came out, everyone was just kind of like, what the heck is this? And then it fell in love.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
It's kind of in the Mega Man Battle Network area of weird offshoots that I really, really enjoy. Unlike Pokemon Rangers, which I did not enjoy.
Speaking of offshoot Pokemon games, I am probably going to go back and finish Pokemon Conquest.
I need to do that too. I've had it for months.
I really enjoy that kind of game, and
I want more stuff like that. And maybe this could inspire more stuff, more odd offshoots.
Yeah. Not any PokeQuest. What is it called? The Pokemon Quest they have for Switch.
I don't want that garbage.
Oh my gosh!
I'm sure some people liked it, but it just didn't feel. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
I don't enjoy it either. I would like we got a Pokemon fighting game, but it's mediocre at best.
You talking about Pokken?
Pokken, yeah.
I thought people liked that.
I like it.
You said it was mediocre.
I mean, it's not the best. It's not Smash for Pokemon.
It's not Smash or Pokemon?
It's not.
You just mean quality-wise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, they didn't put the time and effort.
I don't know. I've never really played it. I know some people really enjoy it. The graphics are pretty. I don't know how deep the combat is, and I don't know how much they support it. I do know that it's still $60.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
It is insane.
I'm kind of surprised they haven't released a sequel.
Yeah, me too. That'd be cool, especially if they added a couple more characters. I think I still have that game, or maybe I traded it in.
Did you have it? You had it physical?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever put more than like 30 minutes into that game.
I don't know what I did with it. Maybe I did trade it. Who knows? Whatever.
That would have been crazy if they used those type of graphics in the new Sword and Shield.
Oh, that would have been intense.
So speaking of weird graphics, so I wouldn't even say weird, but I beat Link's Awakening, that remake.
Yeah.
Oh man, I think it's great. Very solid remake. It's not as good as the Resident Evil 2 remake or anything, but the graphics are gorgeous. Both the opening and closing cutscene graphics, they're very hand-drawn style, almost similar in a way to the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon style. And the claymation is absolutely gorgeous as well. The only problem with the game is it still has some of those old quirks where something will be super obscure and kind of hard to figure out without putting hours into the game that get tedious at points. I actually looked up a couple areas in the game online. I think the last dungeon, or no, not the last dungeon, the next to last dungeon, I ended up looking up like the last quarter of it just entirely because I was just done. I didn't feel like playing that anymore. I was kind of getting tired of the game as a whole, and I just wanted to move on to the next game. I really want to play a bunch of other games, so I need to get this one out of the way first. Not saying that I did enjoy it, and Marin, I love Marin. She's the I posted a picture to my Twitter of Link like holding her up. It's so good. She's I don't want to spoil the ending because the ending is kind of weird, but she's basically I don't want to say heroine because I'll say she's the heroine of this game. She's the main female protagonist, I guess you could say. She helps you out on your journey. She gives you some tips, and she sings some songs that are absolutely adorable. And at one point, you have to get her to follow you, and when you get her, Link looks like he puts her up above his head like he got an item, and it's just so cute. I highly recommend that game.
That made me remember that I started playing Control this week.
Yeah, you did. I didn't know you started this week. I knew you were playing it.
It feels as if it's a very fast-paced game. I don't know how long it is, but it definitely feels like I'm at least halfway through it already.
How long have you put into it?
Probably, I don't know, maybe 5 hours, 4 hours.
I mean, that makes sense in my eyes. I kind of thought it would be the same length as maybe The Last of Us or something.
Yeah, it
15
seems,
hours or so.
Yeah, it seems pretty short. There are a couple side missions you can do here and there. You know, go do this, go do that. Maybe get some different different stuff.
I think the world looks awesome.
I'm for a little bit I talked crap about this game just because
It got like weird reviews on Metacritic, and it didn't seem to have sold that well. But then at the end of the year, everyone was talking about how good it was.
I really just did not like the poster for it. I didn't like it.
Oh, really? I thought it looked kind of cool.
Something about it.
I just thought I wasn't going to play it because it got mediocre reviews, and it didn't. I mean, it didn't get, mediocre is kind of a harsh word, but it got 8s across the board, it seemed. But then at Game Awards, it got all these award nominations, and then everyone was talking about how good it was. So I thought that was just super strange.
So this is my middle of the way synopsis of it.
Synopsis? You got to spoil it?
No. I just random thoughts about it. I want to see more of this world. I like the gameplay of it, mechanics wise, and the story is actually really, really interesting. That's the main thing. It starts off it grabbed it. I don't know. Okay. For other people, it might not grab them, but for me, just the way this game started off, it immediately grabbed my attention and hasn't let go.
It looks kind of, I would describe it, I haven't played it at all, but I kind of get a supernatural thriller cop drama from it. It looks, which I like all that I just said.
I won't confirm or deny any of that. I will say it just starts off like a movie, and it's really, really cool how it tells its story, and I need to jump back in and finish it. Hopefully by the next episode I'll be done with it. So
that'd be great. I've played Call of Duty Mobile finally. I've had that downloaded since it came out. I have not played it a single second until this week.
I was telling you, man, I wasn't just BSing.
You were right, dude. It's great.
I told
it's
you.
It's so good. How is it so good?
I don't know. I will randomly pick it up and enjoy it thoroughly. I had a match the other week that was so much fun that I thought about buying the season pass for it. I didn't.
I don't think I could ever buy the season pass for it, but for a mobile Call of Duty game, it feels so good.
Yeah.
And I don't even care if I lose.
Yeah.
I will say the first few matches, I don't know if anyone could ever believe that they were playing against humans. Because at a certain point, I just stopped in front of somebody and stared at them for a good 5 seconds before they shot me. And I still killed them.
Yeah.
Man, I know that some games do that, where they'll put you against bots, and then for at least the first few matches, and I could kind of tell after 4 or 5 matches, the people started getting better to where they weren't literal bots.
Yeah, it's definitely. I've seen some people online play this with a controller.
Dude, I heard somebody on voice comms the other day. They were just like, "Okay, we gotta go get him." I was like, "Mute." I muted my whole phone, but even if you mute your phone, it's still not that hard.
Yeah.
To get a bunch of kills.
The
knife is broken.
The knife is the most you don't have to reload a knife, but it's a one hit. If you stab them with the knife, I
think it's like that in Call of Duties as well. It's like that in a lot of FPS.
I guess that is true.
Melee weapons are a one shot kill, but it seems even more over the top in this.
I feel like, at least from
feel like
my
a lot of
perspective,
people
the
don't.
reach on that damn knife is insane.
I feel like a lot of people might not put the volume on, and so
Yeah.
they can't hear you at all when you're running up behind them with a knife.
Oh yeah.
I got like 20 kills with the other day. I ran out of ammo, and I was upset, and then I just killed 20 people in a row. I was like, oh,
I'll just
never
put
mind.
I'll put my gun away and just use the knife.
I have no idea how to put my gun away.
You tap the knife button and it'll go away.
I didn't know there was a knife button.
And if you get a certain amount of kills, you can use your super,
I didn't know there was a super. Are you talking about
the flamethrower.
Oh, I didn't know there was a thing.
Yeah.
Although I have seen people using it.
It is
Annoying as hell.
It is so much fun.
Dang, I lost my train of thought. Oh, one thing that's hard about it is if you run up near somebody and they run past you, it's so easy to lose track of where they went.
Yeah. It's a very spacious map you're on, depending on.
There's several maps too.
I know.
This game is so well supported. I mean, I know Tencent or whoever makes it is probably stealing my data, but I almost just don't care.
It's really
I'm
fun.
so surprised. If I had played this game last year, it might have been my mobile game of the year.
I'm telling you, it was. I thought it was, and I tried it and I loved it.
I cannot believe how well it's made.
Yeah, it really is.
And you get matches quickly.
Oh yeah.
The graphics are great for a phone game.
Oh yeah.
It does eat my battery very, very quickly though.
Yep. If I play, I just go ahead and slide the
Yeah.
charger right in my phone.
But I don't want to play at home because I can just play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
But then again, I was playing at home the other night. Someone was in my bedroom. Someone was taking a shower. And I decided to just play Call of Duty on my phone in here. But it was so nice.
Yeah, it's definitely really enjoyable. I like that game a lot. Speaking of things I like a lot, I picked back up Persona 4 Golden.
Yes, you did. You told me that you finally got back to where you were
Yeah.
2 months ago before your data got corrupted.
Yeah. I imported my Vita from Japan, and I spent the bukus of money on the stupid memory card you have to use to the damn Vita. And I was like, all right.
Yeah, that's so dumb.
It is so dumb.
It's because they used you can't use just any memory card on it.
No,
it has to be
it's like a special.
specific. I can't think of the word.
It's not mini, and or maybe it is mini, but it's not
There's
micro.
a specific one that you have to use that was made for the Vita.
Oh yeah, this one I think I got the 32 gig one, and it was still $90.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
The good thing is that once you buy a memory card, you're probably set. But
yeah.
it's still absolutely asinine
Yeah.
how much they are.
I even worked with the guy on eBay. I was like, listen, man, I really just need this. Can you do me? I think he gave me like $5 off or something, because I mean everybody else was selling it for $100 and something. It was insane. But anyway, so
And honestly, I don't see them going down because they're not making them
oh
anymore.
yeah, no, I picked up one that think I gave you with that
Yeah,
Vita.
you did.
And I found that on clearance at a Target randomly because someone messed up.
Oh wow.
It was before the Vita went down. They
Mm-hmm.
just were putting stuff on clearance, and I think I got that one for $10 or something.
Holy. Wow.
I mean, if you think about it, $10
that
for
guy
a 4.
got like a punch in the back of the head.
Oh yeah. I mean, like $10 for a 4 gig Vita card or 8 gigs or whatever it is. That's still pretty dang good.
I mean, I've never had to delete anything from it.
Yeah. So
All my games are tiny except for Persona,
yeah.
which I have on cart.
Same. That's why I got it on card. Mostly because also you talk so highly of it that I wanted to display the little case.
I kind of wish I had a case. I wish they made a steelbook case.
Oh, that'd be cool.
That'd
I'd
be
buy a
dope.
collector's edition of it.
Yeah, I would too.
I'm sure you can buy maybe just the case on eBay or something for a couple bucks. It can't
I'm
be
sure you
that
can buy the
expensive.
case, but it won't be a steelbook case.
No, that'd be cool though.
And I have the Catherine steelbook case, and I have the Persona 5 steelbook case. So it'd be cool to have the Persona 4 Golden, like some kind of a special case.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one of those or something. I wish I would have got something.
I don't think they make them. I looked it up.
Not for Persona. I'm just talking about in general.
Oh, right.
I haven't started playing it, but the little collector's edition for Death Stranding does look pretty cool. But anyway, randomly
Have
back.
you started playing that yet?
No,
Okay.
I'm gonna beat Control and then I'm gonna pop in. It's in my PS4 right now though. I just haven't started it. But yes, I got back to where I was on Persona 4 Golden. That game is still phenomenal. And man, let me just say, if you've never played a Vita or had a Vita and you can find one or get one, that is a quality piece of hardware. It feels premium
It does.
and it is awesome. I definitely need to get some more games. I need to see if I can find some on sale or something and just get a small little collection or something going for the Vita because I really enjoyed playing it again.
I like playing Vita games
On the go?
digitally.
Oh, yeah.
Just because, I mean, a lot of them don't come physically. And also, even if they do, the discs, or not discs, but the
Chips, cards, whatever they're
cartridges are
called.
so small.
Yeah.
I'd be scared to lose them.
Yeah, that's true. There isn't a really good way to kind of carry them around. But I did start playing that again, and it is awesome. Another thing I jumped back into was Shadowverse.
You still liking that?
Yeah, I finally got an actual real meta deck in that game.
Really nice. What kind of deck?
It is a
To us layman's, I guess you'd say. Aggro, you say?
Aggro.
Okay, so aggressive.
Yeah, low drop, low cost units. Just rush them.
Were you playing? Okay, I saw somebody playing. It might not have been you. What's it called when you hurt yourself to be good?
Vengeance.
Vengeance.
Yeah, it's the class that does it is called Bloodcraft. That's the deck I actually made.
Okay.
So it's vampires or whatever they are, and
That's like my favorite mechanic in card games.
You damage yourself to then play more powerful cards and to do different things. Like for instance, if you're
I know that there's a certain type of deck that's called. You said it's called.
It's called Bloodcraft. That's the.
I know, but I was thinking that there was like across all TCGs they just had a name for that type of deck.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
remember what it's called.
I can't remember either.
You said it was called
Vengeance.
Vengeance, but I don't remember that.
That's the mechanic they call it.
Oh, that's the mechanic in
Shadowcraft.
Okay.
Yeah, in Shadowverse, not Shadowcraft.
It's kind of like in Pokemon how like Vest of Quinn or Night March, you sacrifice your own monsters to do more damage.
Yeah, the only downside about Shadowverse is it's kind of grindy when it comes to getting new cards. So I just picked a class that I don't really play a lot, Havencraft, which is a kind of it's kind of like White. If you ever played Magic, they summon different kind of wards and spell protected units and different stuff like that.
They like heal.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a defensive style deck,
right.
and I don't particularly care to play like that. So you can take your cards you don't want and liquefy them,
like in Hearthstone.
Yeah, and so you can use those vials to create cards you need to then build your deck. But you can't buy the vials, so you can't just buy your way into a deck. You can buy crystals, and get packs like that, but you still might not pull all the cards you want. So the only way is to essentially just buy a bunch of packs, get stuff you don't need, liquefy those cards, and then turn those vials into cards.
That's why I don't understand why people did not like Artifact.
Exactly.
I loved being able to buy specific cards, and people just hated it. I never understood. I will never understand.
I don't either.
Why people didn't like that.
That's why I find myself drawn to randomly go back and play Artifact from time to time. Yeah, I'm playing with the same.
It's still so fun. I think that's a very well made game.
It really is, and I love the fact that I have the entire collection.
Yeah,
it is awesome.
I'm hoping that Valve hasn't just pronounced it dead.
Yeah, Valve, man, they quietly just send stuff off into the furnace.
Makes me sad.
It really does.
Hopefully they don't do that to Dota Underlords, although that's performing better than Artifact ever did.
Yeah.
The last thing I have on my list is, if you don't know, if you're a big Eminem fan like I am, you probably do, but he released his new album, Music to Be Murdered By. I think it's fantastic.
It really is.
I don't know if it's as good as Kamikaze or Recovery. Yeah, Recovery.
Yeah.
But I think it's absolutely fantastic. He goes to some dark places like he usually does. He has some silly songs like he usually does.
I cannot wait to see some music videos for these.
I think that song Darkness has a music video.
Mm-hmm. He released it.
That song is Stan levels of dark.
Oh yeah, he released Darkness like 1 or 2 days before he released the album.
Oh, did he?
And I was like, oh, cool, new Eminem song. And I was like, oh, a new album tomorrow. Heck yeah, it was sweet.
So if you're an Eminem fan, or if you're a rap fan in general, I don't know how you could be a rap fan and not be an Eminem fan.
There are some out there. It blows my mind, but yeah.
Go check that out.
Most definitely.
Highly recommend it. But let's get into some leaks and sneak peeks. And as Jordan said at the top of the show, it is a very, very delay-heavy week, unfortunately. First on the chopping block, Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed until September, according to website GamesRadar.com.
Yeah, so CD Projekt Red tweeted this out, and I'm just gonna read what they said because it's straight up. They were very honest and transparent.
Do it.
We have important news regarding Cyberpunk 2077's release date we'd like to share with you today. Cyberpunk 2077 won't make the April release window. We're moving the launch date to December 17th, 2020. We are currently at a stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. Night City is massive, full of stories, content, and places to visit, but due to the sheer scale and complexity of it all, we need more time to finish playtesting, fixing, and polishing. We want Cyberpunk 2077 to be our crowning achievement for this generation, and postponing the launch will give us the precious months we need to make the game perfect. Expect more regular updates on progress as we get closer to the new release date. We're really looking forward to seeing you in Night City. Thank you for your ongoing support.
Man, this is heartbreaking, but I understand.
I retweeted this and I said, I'm not mad. They were upfront with this.
No, I'm not mad.
Am I disappointed? Yes. But I'm honestly okay that they're pushing it back. Not that far, no.
I mean, it's like 6 months. It's not
not short.
a short window.
No. But it's better than just pushing it back and not giving us release date.
That would suck. There's another game on this list that got pushed to an undisclosed date.
Yeah.
One thing that they said in that quote that really stuck out to me is they said they want this to be the crown achievement of this generation.
Yep, that stuck out to me too.
They already released The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Which is arguably the best game of the generation.
Yeah.
So what is this game going to be, at least in their eyes, that it's going to be better than The Witcher 3? They're saying to me this says that they're saying this is better than The Witcher 3.
Oh, yeah. I definitely got that as well. There was a couple people online that were saying, this generation, that means it's not going to be a PS5 game. They never said it was going to be a PS5 game, idiots.
No. Sorry. They've said the opposite. They said it's going to be a PS4 game.
Exactly. So I don't know why people were just like, oh, man, it's going to be... So.
Although I will say overall, the reaction to this seems to be mostly understanding.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. They've worked very hard on this. They said a lot of good things, though. It's playable and complete. They just got to do some polishing. Cool.
Yeah, I think The Last of Us, Neil Druckmann, one of the people who worked on The Last of Us, said that they delayed their game, and I think he said that it took their game from good to a masterpiece.
Yeah.
So that something like this can really take a game to the next level.
And I definitely think it will be.
And I think it took a lot of courage. I don't want to say courage. It took a lot of gumption, maybe would be a better word, to do this.
Oh yeah, Cyberpunk has just really swept the industry by storm.
It's my most anticipated game of the year.
Oh yeah,
it's my most anticipated game of like the past 5 years probably.
I love a good check boxes list, and it does all of it for me. It looks like a universe and city I would actually live in.
Yeah, I can't wait. I guess this will give me time to play
everything else.
Well, yeah, but specifically Blood and Wine and Hearts of Stone, the 2 Witcher expansions.
Oh yeah, in my head I was like, what's Blood and Wine? I just want Skull and Bones to have a release date.
It's never gonna, I don't know if that game's ever gonna come out.
Probably not. Man, I really like being a pirate though.
Other games that got delayed here, we got Final Fantasy VII has gotten delayed, although not nearly as much of a delay. According to Jason Schreier over on Kotaku, it's gotten pushed from March the 3rd to April the 10th.
That's not that bad.
So just over a month on that end. I know a lot of people are also looking forward to that. I'm not really, but it looks cool, and I'm excited for the people who want to play it.
Yeah, exactly. I enjoyed the first one, and I liked the movie, and I'm pretty good with not playing this one.
Polygon has also reported that the new Avengers game, also from Square Enix, is getting delayed until September. So another game getting pushed into September. It's going to be moving from May the 15th until the September the 4th. Unlike Final Fantasy VII, which is a game that I'm interested in, but not really hyped about, this game looks kind of awful to me.
I would rather play DC Universe Online than play this game.
Oh man, it's got this uncanny valley vibe. I think that they tried to make these characters look as much like the MCU characters as possible without getting sued by everyone that worked on them, and they did a very bad job of that.
Oh yeah, I am not interested in this game in the slightest.
And then they have like these weird, kind of is online but kind of isn't online stuff. It just, I am not interested in this game, in any way.
I feel like they were just trying to jump on the MCU money train, and they definitely don't know what they're doing.
I don't want to accuse them of that. That's a pretty big accusation.
Yep.
Just gonna, okay.
Come at me. Add a Swaylock on Twitter, people.
And then this is 3 Square Enix games that are being delayed. This time this is from Engadget. What's it called? I can't remember the name of the game. Dying Light 2 is being delayed indefinitely. The official Dying Light Twitter account tweeted out, quote, "To our dedicated community, it was a busy year for us as we continued working on our biggest project to date. We know you are awaiting the game eagerly, and we want to deliver exactly what we promised. We were initially aiming for a spring 2020 release with Dying Light 2, but unfortunately, we need more development time to fulfill our vision. We'll have more details to share in the coming months, and we will get back to you as soon as we have more information. We apologize for this unwelcome news. Our priority is to deliver an experience that lives up to our high standards and to the expectations of you, our fans. Please stay tuned and thank you to our fans around the world for your continued support and patience and understanding." So this is, I wouldn't say it's not as bad as I first thought, because indefinitely, now that I've thought about it, it basically just means they don't know when. They don't have a release date, but that's still saying something.
You a Dying Light fan?
I have not played the first one. I want to. I've heard nothing but stellar things about it.
I think I've played a little bit of it, maybe 30 minutes of it. I think I have it on Steam, but it really? I also might be getting it confused with Dead After Daylight. It's one of those weird
Daylight?
Yeah, it's one of those two things where I get two games that are kind of similar confused sometimes.
I mean, one of them is Dying Light is a single player zombie game where you run around doing parkour and killing zombies. Dead by Daylight is a asynchronous multiplayer game in which you can play as a survivor or the villain. It's like the Friday the 13th game where you could play as Jason.
Got it. Maybe it is Dying Light. I'll have to randomly remember and tell somebody because it's on my Steam library and it's not in front of me right now.
You say you have to remember and tell somebody?
I'll just randomly tweet it. Just the words Dying Light or Dead by Daylight.
I was on sale for super cheap during the Steam sale.
I bought it.
Didn't pick it up.
I think I bought it years ago or something because it was during that weird phase of me wanting to play games with my friends but not playing games with my friends because.
Well, it's a single player game.
Oh, then it was definitely the other one then.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, probably.
I think they gave it away on PS Plus not that long ago. They also gave the Friday the 13th game away, I think.
They did. I need to re-up my PS Plus. I haven't done it yet, but
I think I have to too.
I really don't feel like I'm missing out on anything just yet. So
I disagree. I think the last few months have been incredible.
Backlog though, right? I can just get them later.
No.
Ooh.
You have to get them that month.
Well, damn.
Yep.
Oh well, I haven't had it probably in 3 months.
I mean, you've missed some good games. Although let's see, they had The Last of Us, they had the Nathan Drake collection, they had Neo 2, they had Titanfall 2. I know there was some more. They had some fantastic games.
Yeah. I kind of hate that I missed the Nathan Drake collection, but I'm sure those are pretty cheap now. I can probably get it.
I think you can probably get it for $10 or $20.
Yeah. So.
But let's see, what else? Yeah, that sucks. But I guess on the positive end of the spectrum here, Horizon Zero Dawn looks like they might be coming to PC.
Yeah, good for them. I don't know. If you have a PC, just get a PS4 and play it. because this game is always.
I mean, if it's going to PC, why don't you do that?
I don't know, man. Just talking out my ear.
3 anonymous sources have apparently told told Kotaku about the plan.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I know I've talked about this. I'm not a big fan of this game, but I know a lot of people are, and I'm sure it's going to get a sequel.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I saw it on sale the other day for $5.
Yeah, it's on sale all the time.
It is always on sale.
Oh man, I'm going blank.
The
game. Nope. I have no idea what I was going to say. But what I will say is, if this happens, it will be not a first step, because there have been some Sony games that have come to PC, but that's a big first party game that, if it comes to PC, that's a big deal. It shows they came out years ago and they've sold probably most of the copies that they will sell for the game's lifetime, but it speaks to Sony willing to let their IP go to another platform.
Huh, this next one is actually pretty interesting. I didn't know I wanted this until I thought about it.
Which one do you talking about?
Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Yeah, dude, this is what I was talking about earlier before we started the podcast. I said this logo looks dope.
It does look
really
really
dope. This is the
dope.
logo I'm talking about.
Okay, I like this. So, thank you, Esports Insider. It is talking about how Inway and partners Hasbro and Lionsgate announced Power Rangers Battle for the Grid League. I guess the fighting game community is healthier than ever with this Power Rangers game getting its own fighting league.
I feel like when this game came out last year, it had a lot missing, but from what I hear from the community, it's gained more and more characters, more and more settings and modes and music and stuff as the months have gone on. And it seems like it's gotten better and better.
To your knowledge, is this the same one that was available on mobile, or is that a different game?
I think that's a different game, but I don't know.
Okay.
Because this just came out last year.
Okay. I'm going to have to look into this, though, because I really dig some Power Rangers.
I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. Apparently, it's crazy. This game, from what I understand, is supposed to be at EVO 2020.
Wow.
Which is insane.
That is really insane. EVO doesn't just let anybody in.
No, they don't.
That is...
I don't know if they're going to be on the big stage or not, because that is usually... Those honors are, held for Tekken or
your
Street
big three.
Fighter, Super Smash Brothers, the big boys.
Big boys. I will have to check out some of this fighting game and maybe get it. I guess check it out on my...
I'm not sure how much it is. I don't know if they have any DLC. I don't know anything. I thought that it was interesting that a Power Rangers game might be at EVO, and I thought the logo for the league looks dope as hell.
Yeah,
honestly.
yeah. I need to do something with that fighting stick I have that I own for some reason. So
yeah, I've been using mine more lately, getting my butt kicked in fighting games. But do you use yours at all?
I haven't used it probably until whenever I last finished playing Mortal Kombat. Not finished as in completed the story, just finished a particular chapter of that.
That's
Mortal
a good
Kombat.
game too.
It is a really good game.
Actually, speaking of Mortal Kombat, there's a Mortal Kombat animated series called Mortal Kombat Legends: Scorpion's Revenge. Ed Boon, the creator of Mortal Kombat, tweeted out, "We've been sitting on this news for quite a while, and are thrilled to announce the upcoming Mortal Kombat animated feature, scheduled for the first half of 2020, and it's brutal." There is a Mortal Kombat logo in his tweet as well, if you want to go look at that. It's got fire everywhere, and it's got the title of the show on the picture as well. It's going to star Community's Joe McHale and Dexter's Jennifer Carpenter, according to Destructoid.
Okay. Well, that's always good to get some more, hopefully good, video game adaptations of entertainment.
I'm looking. I don't see any release date or what is going to happen in the show or anything.
Okay.
But, I mean, if it's anywhere as good as Castlevania, I'm all on board.
Yeah, exactly.
That show's so good.
It is really good.
If you haven't seen Castlevania, the anime, go watch it.
It's phenomenal. So, moving on to talking about more fighting games, Dragon Ball Z Fighters. Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
Fighter Z. I still don't know which one it is.
Yeah. They're going to be adding Ultra Instinct Goku to its roster, which, for those of you that are keeping count, this is going to be number 8. Goku number 8.
The 8th Goku.
8th Goku.
Ultra Instinct is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is a really cool concept. I'm not super deep in the that particular series of DBZ, but
I like it a lot.
I know it's a
Dragon
thing.
Ball Super. Gamatsu has said that we're going to learn more about it during the Dragon Ball Fighter Z or Fighters World Tour Finals 2019-2020, which take place in February. So if you are interested in that at all, get hyped.
Yeah. Moving on to things that are probably going to get people even more hyped. The BioShock collection is going to be headed to the Nintendo Switch.
Well, is that I think this is just a rumor.
Yeah.
Yeah, Polygon says that they could be on the way to Nintendo Switch. It came from a Taiwanese, almost can't pronounce Taiwanese, rating board, which includes information about the collection for Switch. It just describes its content that's coming to the Switch as a shooter. It doesn't mention a release date or anything like that. But people are just kind of, I guess, I'm trying to look through here.
Yeah, it says that it would be they're kind of comparing it to the remastered edition that released on PS4.
I'm sure that's exactly what it'll be. It's just a port of that.
Which would be BioShock, BioShock 2, BioShock Infinite, as well as all the DLC for the 3 games.
I love BioShock Infinite.
I don't see why not throw it on the Switch.
Why not? Yeah, exactly.
Just do it.
I'm sure it'll run fine on the Switch.
I mean, the Switch can run The Witcher and Dragon Ball Fighter Z and
it's not going to run
Warframe
as well as the other consoles, but
True.
you can run them.
Just do it. Throw it on there, Nintendo. Why not?
The next thing I want to talk about here is from Push Square. It's just weird. Apparently, Sega will announce Sonic the Hedgehog news every month this year.
Because it's Sonic 2020?
I guess.
Man, yeah. They
That's literally it. That's all the news. I thought it was weird and bizarre.
Yeah.
When did that movie come out? Wait, did that movie come out? No, it didn't.
No. Did it?
I don't think so.
I don't think it did.
No, I don't, because it was gonna come out in October, and then they did all that work on it to make it look
That's right.
less like a horror movie.
Yeah, that would be a cool horror movie, though.
Honestly, I think it might be too scary. I'm looking at a GIF of him saying meow. I still cannot believe how bad it was. It's astounding. It is actually astounding how bad. Why are his teeth like that?
It's like they blindfolded the animators and said, "All right, get to work."
No, it doesn't look like it looked like they did this very specifically and very methodically, like a psychotic doctor sewing together a monster.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm glad the internet's forever because
Yes,
this monster needs to live on.
It's absolutely one of the greatest things that's ever existed. I almost want to see what it would look like with this quote unquote Sonic, and then watch what the actual Sonic. I want to see both of them.
Oh, that'd be cool, like a side by side.
Because I doubt this movie is going to be great,
No.
even with the new. It's probably just going to look pretty. So it would almost be, I don't want to say better, but it would be very interesting to see what this weird thing would look like in motion for an hour and a half.
Oh yeah, that would it would be really enjoyable to see that.
But the new song looks so good. I can't really complain about that.
They did such a good job.
Even Baby Sonic isn't quite he's not as cute as Baby Yoda, but he's one of the cuter things of last year. So that's nice as well.
That's true.
And finally, I guess the biggest news of the year so far, which is yet another rumor. Popular leaker Sabi has tweeted out a string of tweets. I just read them out here. Quote, having looked into it for a bit, I find it reliable enough to complete back the mentions of Paper Mario and Metroid, not Prime 4, for 2020. I'll tweet out the details I back based on talks I had. He goes on, Paper Mario, going back to how it was in 2020. Next, the 2D Metroid game does in fact seem to be related to Fusion also sounds as though it's set for this year. Someone replied to him, "What does related to?" And he replied back, "The person I know is legitimate. Mentioned it being a sequel, I believe." I'm assuming he's saying sequel to Fusion, which is interesting. Dude, I am so. If this is real, if Sabi turns out to be right, this, oh my gosh, first of all, I love Metroidvanias. I talk about it all the time. I love Metroidvanias. There's a lot of them though, so this would be great, but not the biggest news. If there was a new Paper Mario game that was actually an RPG and not this garbage, whatever they released, I can't even remember what they released last. And before that, it was Sticker Star, which was not great. It was meh, kind of. If they released a proper sequel to the Paper Mario Wii games, oh my gosh, dude. I don't even know. I'm babbling like an idiot because I love these games so much. I picked up one of the Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga sequels today at one of our local owned hobby shops. So I can't wait to get started on that. That's nothing compared to Paper Mario. I love this series so much.
It is really enjoyable from what I've heard. I haven't played them personally, but I've only heard amazing things.
Yes, they are amazing.
Thank you for the confirmation. I got Ryan's seal of approval, everyone. That means Paper Mario is one of the best damn video games ever.
It's probably in my favorite. It's definitely one of my favorite RPGs. And this kind of helps, if this is true, once again, this would help. Nintendo isn't having, their upcoming year isn't super packed. They have Animal Crossing, which I'm sure is going to sell millions of units. And then they have, I'm sure they're going to have some Smash DLC. And then they have that big Pokemon DLC. But that's kind of it, at least that I can think of, that has been confirmed. So if this came out, that would be two fairly big boons. It wouldn't be Smash big or Pokemon big, but that's nothing to sneeze at. I don't know when the last 2D Metroid game came out. Probably they made the re-release of one of the original Metroids for 3DS, but that wasn't an original game, that was a remake. So I am absolutely hyped. I'm very hyped, as you can probably tell.
I can definitely tell. But that's it for all the leaks and sneak peeks.
Yeah, let's throw it over to the new games.
Legends of Runeterra is having their open beta January 24th.
They've had several of these. I'm definitely hopping into this.
Me too. I need another card game in my life. Why not?
No. Tim, that weird Pokemon clone thing, is out now. It's on Steam.
Yep.
I don't know if it's on anything else, though.
Steam and Humble Bundle store. They just got done doing this last week, I guess. Just got done doing their stress test of the server and everything. Pat figured out some stuff.
It's early access, though, I believe.
Correct. This is their open beta, but they got a lot of polishing done during the stress test and everything.
It doesn't look terrible.
And from what I've heard from a reviewer that I generally like what he has to say, he gave this a big old thumbs up. So I will definitely be checking it out.
Dope. Something else that we might be checking out, Kingdom Hearts Remind, the big Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC, is coming out on January the 23rd for PS4. Unfortunately, if you are an Xbox owner, you will have to wait until next month to play that.
That sucks. It really does. Moving on to the new Walking Dead VR game. The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners is going to be out on January 23rd for Oculus Rift, Rift S, HTC Vive, and Valve Index. A PlayStation VR version and Oculus Rift Quest version will be released later this year.
So pretty much every VR unit known to man.
Yeah, exactly.
Disintegration is having a closed technical. It's closed.
Yeah, it is a closed technical beta, so you can sign up to be in the beta.
Oh, okay.
But they may or may not send you an invitation to it.
So I'll go check that out. I believe it's like a sci-fi FPS game.
Yeah, it's like a mech style game, 5v5
Okay.
sort of a thing.
That's going to be on the PS4, PC, and Xbox One on January the 28th.
Pokemon Twilight Wings is out now. You can
It
check
is
that out.
the new Pokemon anime that we were talking about that is somehow ties into Sword and Shield. Looks pretty.
It's set in the Galar region. I looked at some of the screenshots. I haven't watched it. I think the first episode is 7 or 8 minutes.
Okay, so it's going to be short like
Yep.
those ones that they released several. Pokemon Origins and Pokemon Generations.
Correct.
Those are also amazing if you haven't seen them. No,
Yeah.
wait, I'm sorry. Origins, I think they were full 30-minute episodes, but Generations wasn't that long.
Correct, yeah. I combine those two in my head.
They're both fantastic.
they
Go
are
check
really
it out.
good.
Origins tells the story of Red and Blue, and Generations is several, I want to say somewhere between 5 and 10 episodes.
Yeah.
They're not very long, and they each tells a short story set in different generations of the Pokemon mythos.
Yeah, you could definitely watch all of them in a day if you really wanted to. They're phenomenal.
You
Check them
definitely
out.
could, easily.
More Nintendo news. The new character that is not named Blythe,
I think it's Byleth.
it's going to be available.
The Fire Emblem Three Houses main character.
Yes. Surprise, surprise. It's going to be out January 28th.
I cannot believe, yes I can, I don't know why I'm saying I cannot believe, they are releasing another Fire Emblem character. Literally anybody else
Anybody.
would have been preferable.
Anyone.
I saw headlines, Nintendo releases another Fire Emblem character instead of literally anybody else. And I feel like everybody had those same thoughts.
Yeah, I saw a retweet.
I feel like he's just trolling us.
I saw a retweet, and it goes, that motherfucker knew what he was doing.
He definitely did.
Just, oh my gosh.
Why does he love Fire Emblem so much?
Man, he has a rock hard one for Fire Emblem.
I know people love that game, and I've liked what I played of it, but we didn't need another Sword Boy.
No.
It comes
No,
with-
we did
you can
not.
you can play the male or the female version of the protagonist. It comes with obviously a new stage, a bunch of new music, which is all cool. I just don't want another Fire Emblem character.
Yeah, give me, I don't care, man, anything but another Fire Emblem character.
Literally anything.
Yeah.
Just something interesting. I've never played as Terry, but he was way cooler than another freaking Fire Emblem character.
Give me Rocco's Modern Life or something, Nintendo.
Whoa, my voice just cracked. That's definitely normal.
Give me a curveball or something.
Yeah, that's exactly what everyone wants. Is something weird and unique. Dante, Leon.
Invader Zim.
Why are you saying mid to late '90s cartoon shows?
I've been on Verve.
They already said no. They have to come from video games.
I know.
They're not gonna put Cartoon Network characters in Smash.
I know, that would be so cool though.
No, it wouldn't. I would hate it.
It would probably break the game.
Why to break the game?
Because Courage the Cowardly Dog is the best damn powerful character in all of TV history.
Honest to God, I don't know how to respond to that.
Oh man. You can also
Freaking Rainbow Six Siege is having a big event. If you're interested at all, they're doing their Road to SI event. They have this big league championship, I guess, in February, and until then, they're going to start letting you do things like play as every character. I think every weekend they're going to let you play as every character, whether or not you own them. They're adding a new map, the stadium map. That is, I don't think it's going to be. There's a big long video that I recommend you go watch over on Rainbow Six Siege's YouTube. A whole bunch of stuff. They're adding a battle pass. There's going to be a free and a paid tier. So if you're interested at all, I would definitely go check that out. I definitely will. I've been trying to get into Siege, as everyone knows. So this will be a good way for me to test out some characters that I have yet to play.
Yeah, so I was going to ask you how you felt about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it definitely, I was listening to you watch the video on it, and it seemed pretty sweet.
Yeah, I think it's very cool. I think they keep supporting that game very, very well, and this is another step in that direction.
Yeah, the final thing we got on the docket is going to be the Dragon Ball Z Kakarot Season Pass.
I guess single player games are getting season passes now?
I guess so. Apparently, this is going to be. It's going to add a new story set and scenario. It went on sale earlier this week, and which was coincidentally the same day the game launched. The extra episode will be set in. It'll be 2 parts, and will be released on 2 separate dates. For those that you want to buy the extra episode, but not the season pass, the extra episode set will be sold upon the date of part 2. So if you want to play it when it comes out, you got to get the season pass. But if you want to wait, you got to wait till the second part of the episode comes out, and then you can buy it separately without buying the pass.
Why are they calling this a season pass? It seems like weird wording to me.
It is really weird wording.
It's just DLC.
Yeah, I don't know why
Is that maybe they're gonna release more stuff? Because that's what this implies to me.
Exactly. Who knows? I'm not really interested in it.
I do want to play this game. I think it looks super cool. I love Dragon Ball Z, and this looks like a way for me to play through the story, probably in the best way that there's ever been. There hasn't been a good single player Dragon Ball Z game in a long time.
I guess there hasn't been, has there?
No, that's why I said it.
I mean, I was agreeing with you. I just had to think about it. You're right.
I still can't believe Sega's is gonna release Sonic news every month.
I guess I'll just start following Sonic on Twitter, man.
It's just gonna be a re-release of Sonic 06 every month, and the Witcher graphics.
Hey, as long as it's not Sonic Heroes, I'll be happy.
I thought people kind of liked Sonic Heroes.
I hated that damn game.
They certainly liked it more than Sonic 06.
It was so bad.
Okay. Let's move on from the new game section. Into the news. All right. Despite much hate on Twitter, the Epic Store seems to have had a great first year on the market. According to The Verge, the newest kid on the block has already amassed 108 million users. This success has gone well beyond just users, though, making a cool $680 million.
Jeez.
251 million of those dollars came from third-party games.
Well, good for Epic. I still don't know why people are getting their underwear in a wad about it, just getting all mad.
I mean, it's not a great store, and people are concerned that they might have spyware on the computer.
Everybody's watching everybody, okay?
And people don't like Fortnite, and people don't want another launcher. Yeah. There's a bunch of mostly ticky-tacky things, which I understand, but I also say people are overreacting to this. In the original story, The Verge said that this 108 million users, and they compared it to Steam, saying that they had 90 million active or 90 million users, but it turned out that 90 million was active monthly users, and which is insane, by the way.
That is so dang Steam.
108
dang
million,
Valve.
108 million users is just Epic's overall users that they have had.
Yeah, Steam definitely is now, since they had their little overhaul UI
it looks so much better.
Beautification, it looks sexy.
It looks so much better. It was pretty bad actually for a while. Steam has a lot of always had a lot of features really for years now, but they always look kind of funky.
Yeah.
But the library, especially the library, looks fantastic. Now this obviously is good news for Epic though. People, like I said, and constantly complained about it, but I think that was really just a lot, like a vocal minority.
Yeah, for sure. But I like the Epic Store.
It's okay. I mean,
I like the fact they give out every once in a while. They'll have a better sale than Steam. Once in a blue moon.
I mean, their big thing is they give away free games.
That's true too. And it was nice to get the $10 off coupon or the $10 voucher or whatever to use towards a game. That was pretty cool too.
I mean, if you went on a lot of those games, if you went on Steam, they would be the same price as the Epic game was after the coupon.
Yeah.
But still, I would rather I would rather have bought Control on Steam.
Yeah.
But I couldn't. It's nice that they're giving developers more money to make the game or to they get more money from sales.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
But the store definitely needs work.
That is.
Fortnite has carried this thing far.
Yeah, they need to do something with the store, and hopefully they will. New year, right?
Yeah, and I guess this is really we got one more story, kind of an adjacent story, if you consider another product that no one wants an adjacent story.
Yeah, I always think of every time I talk about Google Stadia, I just think on my desk I have an ooh yeah. It's just a
Dude,
constant.
aren't you glad you didn't buy that?
You trying to get me to admit that I did purchase
Stadia.
Oh
Are
God,
you about
yes.
to admit that? Are you about to tell me that you purchased Stadia?
No. Ryan talked me out of purchasing Stadia.
Hey man, you think I should buy Stadia? No.
And then I was like,
What are you talking? No.
oh well, let me just go to my room real quick. What are you doing? Canceling the pre-order. Yeah. So I'm glad I didn't do that. But yeah, I won't ever do that again because I got burned from ooh yeah, and I should have learned my lesson, and I still haven't. Anyway,
Hopefully you have.
hopefully I will. So, any Stadia users out there who feel jaded by the lack of exclusives need not worry longer. At least according to Google, in an article by Eurogamer, the company claims that 10 exclusives will be hitting the service by July this year. Quote, looking at our upcoming lineup, we are tracking more than 120 games coming to Stadia in 2020 and are targeting more than 10 games in the first half of this year alone that will only be available on Stadia when they launch. End quote. Google said in a note to press today. It's important to note that Google has not said what these games are or who will be making them.
Yeah, we don't know anything about anything about the games, period.
We're going to get Frogger 4K.
Oh.
We're going to get...
Konami's coming back strong.
Yeah. Frogger 4K. We're going to get Cookin' Mama 9000. We're going to get Taxi Cab.
Are you actually about to list 10 random
No, I can't
games?
do it. I can't do it.
Thank God.
Yeah. It's not in me. I'm really glad I canceled my pre-order for Stadia.
Yeah, I mean, this is good. I think this is a good sign, and I'm sure that how many thousands of games are probably going to come to Steam and PS4 and whatnot this upcoming year.
For the record, this probably is the worst example ever. Last year, there was a game on Steam that was called Hentai Nazi. So
boys.
I didn't buy it. I looked at
son of a bitch.
Hey, you trying that shot collar you got me is really working well, man. I'm trying not to buy stupid.
Not buying like the 35-cent Switch game so much.
Hey man, I bought this 35-cent Switch game. It was $1, but it's 35 cents today.
And never play it again.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's just a taste of one of the weird games that came to Steam in 2019. So I cannot.
Those games aren't coming to Google.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm assuming it will be 100% pretty much only AAA games and some of the most popular indie games.
You know, maybe I'll just have to give We Happy Few another playthrough when it comes to Google Stadia.
They're going to get We Happy Few 3.
Oh my gosh.
Before We Happy Few 2 comes out. Exclusive.
Yeah, they're exclusive. It's like, Google, can you define the word exclusive for me? Do you actually know what that word means? Because
I still can't believe that Darksiders Genesis is it's more expensive on Stadia.
Yeah.
How? What do you just no?
It's like Google. Nobody cares.
I mean, they have an opportunity to make something different, and I know Amazon is doing something this year. Xbox and Microsoft are working on their xCloud project. So something like this is coming. So I think Google is smart to do something like this in this niche or whatever you want to call it, this area of the market. They need to do a better job at it, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they definitely do.
And they need to realize that this is going to take some time. And I know people say that YouTube isn't profitable. I honestly am not sure if I believe that. But Google has kind of a track record of abandoning things, you know. Google
YouTube
Plus,
Gaming.
Inbox, which I freaking love.
Man, that was a good app.
Best email app I've ever used, and they
really
canned
was.
it.
Stupid Google. I would have paid monthly for that app or yearly. Or
yeah, I could have paid a few bucks a year for that.
Yeah.
But this is kind of different in a really substantial way because it sucks that I don't have Inbox. It sucks for people, the 4 people that use Google Plus, that they don't have it anymore. But they didn't pay $60 for games. And if Google Stadia goes away, what's going to happen?
Yeah.
Where are those games? Do do they have something in the works for you to just download it to your system?
Yeah.
Because these games are streamed. You're not downloading them.
Yeah. Pretty simple. The kind of equate this to Ouya. It was terribly executed, but they said, yeah, it'll still be up, yada yada. And then one day they were like, yeah, it doesn't work anymore. Sorry. Just no
How
big
long
deal.
do they support that thing?
Maybe a year. Maybe.
Wow, that's bad.
Maybe. That I might be under.
Didn't you love those pretentious commercials that they released?
Oh my gosh.
Over at Ouya, we have specifically only bad games and Towerfall.
At the time, I was stupid.
You were stupid. I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it.
Don't sugar. I was stupid, and that's why I am very skeptical of Kickstarters and Indiegogos now. Because
I'm definitely very suspicious of. I know Kickstarter's gotten better, but at least this isn't like somebody in their garage. This is probably $1 trillion company by now.
I think they just hit that, or whatever's past $1 trillion. So
they definitely didn't hit quadrillion. Dude,
they're on the way.
A quadrillion. If somebody hits a quadrillion, that is 999 trillion, 999 billion, $999 million. No one is even in the quadrant of being a $1 quadrillion company. That is such an astronomically large number. I cannot comprehend it.
Yeah, I can't either.
Like, go online and look up videos of how $1 billion compares to $1 million, and then multiply that by 999 billion. That's how much that is.
Jeez, I just I just pictured it in my head.
You can't.
But you what?
No one is a $1 quadrillion company. I'm not even sure if Google's $1 trillion company yet. Although I'm sure they're up there if they're not.
Oh no.
Honestly, that's all the news though. Most of the news was kind of in the leaks and sneak peeks category here. But as always, we do have some deals for you. As Jordan, I think, looks up whether or not Google is $1 trillion company. We got PC Game Pass. Game Pass is getting some games. They're getting Gris, Plague, A Tale of Innocence, which I've heard those are both great. I'm glad I didn't buy A Tale of Innocence. I came this close to doing so. And Children of Morta, which I am not sure about that game. I looked, I didn't see when these are coming out, but if you do have the PC Game Pass, keep an eye out. What's up?
Looks like Google's in the 3.54 billion range.
No, they definitely have. That's less than Nintendo.
Oh, that was from 2019. My bad.
That's probably how much they made.
Yeah. Don't worry about it, guys. Google's not going anywhere.
No, Google's not going anywhere. And then, if you don't know, Epic has announced that they are going to continue their free games that they give out every month through this year at the very least.
Yeah, they just recently gave away this little pixelated looking platformer, maybe about a lawyer. I'm not really sure. I downloaded it. It looked interesting, so maybe I'll play it. I don't know what it's called. Don't know what it's about.
Is this new? Or is this since we talked on the podcast last?
Since we talked on the podcast last.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, I didn't even know about that.
Yeah, I downloaded it and I was like, this looks cool. So I guess I'll try it out and then tell people what I think about it. I'll put it in the docket, in the queue of
I'm gonna look it up right now.
my everlasting backlog.
Okay, I'm going to epicgames.com.
Good man. That's the correct website.
I got a virus.
Yeah.
Him.
That's right.
Okay. Oh, Magic the Arena is on Epic now. Are you talking about a horse?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that last time.
Well, yeah, I couldn't think of the name, and I still don't know what it's about, but it looked interesting, so I downloaded it.
Although, new game, I don't know if it's new, but it's new to the Epic Store. The Bridge is going to be available for free from January the 23rd through the 30th of January. All right. Is everyone ready for this week's episode of Metacritic Madness? It's time to spin that wheel and see what 15-year-old edgelords will destroy this week. All right. So this week it's going to be Journey.
Ranked 79 out of 300 for PS3. It released in 2012. An endless desert, a distant mountain, and a lone cloaked figure. Journey began simplicity and took its players full circle on a hero's journey back to the beginning. The developers at that game company brilliantly made a simple climb of a mountain into an affecting story without ever saying a word. Every new, quote, level offered its own strange twist, delighting players with small amounts of wonder. Its indirect method of introducing a two-person cooperative play was surprising and exciting. Through breathtaking music and equally beautiful vistas, Journey presented a quiet contemplation of loneliness and loss, and said something powerful about the way that just a single companion can change the way you see the world and its challenges.
You know, I was just thinking, as I was looking up these reviews, you can almost treat this segment of the podcast as games that you should play. Unless you agree with 15-year-olds on the internet. Also, as always, thank you to Game Informer for that. Most of these are going in about how this game is boring and easy. So I thought that this review kind of summed up all that perfectly. Stop playing at the tutorial. This game looks too boring to be true. Maybe later there is some sense. But from start, it's boring. You will fall asleep. ... 0 out of 10. As always, a beautifully, eloquently written review. Go play Journey if you haven't. It's a great 2-hour experience.
Yeah, it's definitely on probably everything nowadays.
No, it's not.
Well, not on Switch.
It's only on PS4. It's only on PS4 and PS3.
Yeah. It's on PC too?
I will look up to see if it's on PC.
Don't make me a liar.
Is Journey on PC? I've looked it up. Journey will be available for PC for the first time ever on Epic. Journey on Windows will be available through... Okay. I guess it's going to be... Yeah, it's available on Epic, I think.
I knew I saw it.
I was wrong. You made me a liar, you scumbag.
Well, that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can reach out to the show on Twitter at Wanna Podcast. You can reach out to Ryan on Twitter at Ryan Divisions. You can reach out to me on Twitter at Aswaylock. You can email the show, wantamepodcast@gmail.com. You can also reach out to us on Instagram at wantamegaming. Just, let us know what you think about the show. If you're using iTunes or Apple devices,
throw a 5-star review down.
5-star review.
Boom.
Just make sure it's 5 stars. And you can write whatever you want.
Stinky 5 stars.
That's right. There you go. If you don't have an iPhone or access to an Apple,
a dead animal in my apartment. 5 stars.
That's right. You should probably get that checked out. Get your maintenance crew to come check that out. Anyway, if you don't have access to an Apple device, I'm sure one of your Pogger friends has an iPhone. Take it.
Say Pogger?
Yep. Take their iPhone.
Very nice.
Find Apple Podcasts. Subscribe to the show. Then download all the episodes.
Yes.
And make them review the show 5 stars. So, you can also listen to the show on Google Podcast, Pandora, Spotify, and many other places you enjoy podcast.
Thank you to the Heatley brothers for the outro and the intro. And thank you to our friend Alicia for the logos. Jordan is still trying to work on this Subtitled. I think he told me earlier today he was working on an episode, so look forward to that. Go subscribe to that on your favorite podcast app. And I might be I've got a couple ideas for my next article. Still kind of mulling that about. But if you have not read my 10 games for 10 years article, it's over on under Games Cubed. That's my name, whatever you want to say, on the Mino video game app, and over on medium.com. Go check that out and tell me what you think.
And for those of you that are on mobile, I have placed the links to all these social medias as well as Ryan's articles in the description, so you should be able to click them and take them right where you need to go. So
I think that's everything for this week, though. What do you think? I'm still hungry.
Me too. There was something else I was going to say, but I guess I forgot it because it wasn't that important.
I guess it's not important.
Oh well, be safe and Play on. I remember what I was going to say. And for you wonderful, beautiful people that are listening on YouTube, we're back.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Jordan could not figure out. Hold on, I'm holding my mic weird. Jordan couldn't figure out how to upload YouTube videos for like a month.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that I was so technologically inept.
Technologically, perhaps? Is that the word we're looking for?
It was rough. But
this mic feels kind of good in my hand, too.
It's a good looking mic.
Play on.